And it first, I won't say it first came to my attention, I think we're all aware of AA, but when I first got interested in it as an organization that we can learn from was from the book, The Spider and the Starfish. If anyone read that, it was one of the case studies in terms of, as an example of a decentralized organization. So I thought, kind of interesting. Started taking a look at it about how they actually run themselves in scale. And found there are lots of interesting tidbits that we could steal. But why I think they're really inspirational for us is, one, it's a mutual aid organization. It's all about helping one another. And it's really, in this case, a very one-to-one model where we're trying to help people experience a better web. So we're sort of a one-to-many model. As I said, it's global, it's decentralized. There were actually over 100,000 chapters of it around the world. And it's a really interesting setup. There's a sort of small mothership that acts as an advisory council to all these chapters. And then these organizations all over the world are allowed to basically run independently based on a set of guidelines. And then, much like the Boy Scouts, it's been around for, I don't know, 75 years, 65 years. So pretty well established, and they also have a really strong set of values, 12 steps, as you probably heard. I kind of went through this already, but one thing I'll mention that was brought up in the Starfish and the Spider that's really cool is the great example of the network effect. If you add more people, the organization actually gets stronger for more and more advocates. Fosters and affects real change. Okay, so some key lessons that I wanted to go over that were interesting. So in terms of how they actually run the organization, these chapters are given a set of traditions to follow. And this is not a 12-step program, but it's a set of traditions for each chapter to help them govern themselves. And there are things like how one deals with publicity, how to run the organization from a finance standpoint, an admin standpoint, and so on. And these chapters are given this sort of playbook and told these are suggestions. These aren't requirements, but this is how we hope you run your organization and go forward and conquer. I think it's kind of great. And it's fostered a lot of organic growth as a result. The organization itself is really contingent on relationships. There's a wonderful quote by one of the field organizers in the Obama campaign, named Jackie Bray, and she was a field organizer in Obama, that really has inspired me through this organization, that movements are not based on people, they're based on relationships. And this is really true of this organization. And the interesting thing also about their organization is sponsors. So when you enter AA, you're matched up with a person who's been through the process, who's also suffered from alcoholism, to give you some advice and help you and guide you through the process. So key takeaways for Mozilla, I think some things that you might want to learn is going back to this idea of the 12 traditions is giving folks that are interested in either evangelizing Mozilla or setting up local chapters, if you will, this playbook. And we have various sources of information. We've got the Mozilla community site, but really providing them a playbook of suggestions versus requirements of how to get things off the ground in one location and concise would be great. And the other thing I've got since I'm out of time that I really want to focus on is the idea of a sponsor or a mentor in terms of helping getting people up to speed and involved in the organization. We have this awesome contribute page, and it's a little scary to figure out how to get started in Mozilla, and you send an email and sort of hope for the best and you get a response, but you're kind of on your own. So I think it's an interesting concept to think about how we might align people with either facilitators or mentors to help them navigate Mozilla and get them off the ground.
All right.